Alright, the other part that you guys may not know about is like with Shopko. When I was a supervisor, I know the ones that were under me didn't like how I acted. Well, because in the clean closet the day I was broke the news of what my position was, what teammate specialist meant was sales floor supervisor. Well, she told me how she wanted me to act. And what Christina said basically was to call her yes ma'am. And she said, when I paid you overhead, you will come run into the front end. You will cashier or push carts for me. Do you understand? And I'm like, yes ma'am. And here's the other thing. And I was pretty much told to say, your wish is my command. Pretty much I did whatever the store manager wanted me to do. We're to the point where the ones under me didn't like me for timing them with how fast they're stacking, making sure that they weren't stacking too much on the shelves and having anything hanging over, and then fixing their mistakes. I got called a puppet. They didn't like how, basically, and some of them I had to tell them that they were going too slow. Because I got ordered to tell them, well, you're pushing carts too slow. You're not stacking good enough. Pretty much. Would I do it again? I would love to supervise again. Even I think like months ahead, I was told at Shopko, Christina told me how she wanted me to dress, which would never happen. She wanted me to wear a tan, how you say, skirt, socks, and high heels. What's my hair not in a ponytail? She said, style your hair up more and wear the nice Shopko t-shirt on Black Friday and dress the benigns, basically. I'm like, no, because if I gotta push carts, I ain't freezing my butt. So, now why I left Gordy's the first time was basically Shopko didn't allow me to give a tweak notice, and yeah, that Gordy's in Archaea treated me really good actually in the deli department. I cried when they said to think of them as as my new family. But here's this mistake I did. I left Shopko for the Black River Falls Gordy's, and they treated me in Black River really bad. I mean really bad. And they did things totally different than the other location, even though they're through the same company and same owners. Which I didn't get that. You told them how they taught you, and basically they threw that out. And yeah, they timed me at that Black River Gordy's, and that they treated me really bad, but I never did quit the Black River Gordy's, but I told him I was getting married, moving to Chippewa back then. And basically the day I was starting to get ready to move up here on June 7th of 2016, they said during when they were having orientation with new hirees at the Chippewa Falls store, when I was trying to get a transfer to any of their stores in Eau Claire or Chippewa Falls, and it didn't matter if it was full-time or part-time, even though they had me sign papers to make me full-time. Here's what they told me on the phone. There is no job for you in Eau Claire or Chippewa Falls. Good luck in your future endeavors. And I never quitted. I never got fired there. Basically, they just stopped scheduling me. But like my husband would say, they'll technically take it as, well, you said you quit because you said you can't go and work at Black, or if you move up here, which would have been about an hour drive or so or more, just to get down there and back up here. So, yeah. And like I said, with why I left Sears, yeah, they treat me really good, but except mainly because we were getting food stamps. Once my hours dropped to 10 hours for a whole month, they told me I had to get a different job. Point blank. Yes, I was planning on getting out of Sears because I was afraid that they're going to close. I was right, but I was, off on when they would close. They're closing this year in 2018. I was working there in 2016 to 2017. And honestly, if I was still working there, I'd be... I would have taken any job that offered me a position right now if I was still working there. And I think we live in still on food stamps. But here is the main thing. Like with Walmart, I was wrongfully fired with Walmart while I left, but with all these, I kind of look back at it and it's like, yes, Sears was the one that treated me the best. They didn't point the finger at me saying I was still Walmart and not, management there was really good to me at Sears. But the sad thing is, yes, they're closing. But to these ones that are doing hashtag save the Kmarts or hashtag save the Sears, unfortunately, what's going to happen is a billionaire with a group of investors will walk in the Sears corporate in Chicago, Illinois. And they're only going to save one or the other. It'll be either Sears or Kmart, and the other will die off completely. So if Kmart is the one that gets bought basically by this billionaire, then this is just a guess, They might try bringing back Kmart stores as super centers with a full-blown grocery store and everything like a Walmart, and redesigned to towns, but they'll do it slow but gradual, let's say. The thing is, too, I think that's the hard part was seeing Sears and Eau Claire going down was they did treat me really good. I mean, the store manager had a sympathy towards me, and you could call in if it was a good excuse and you never got written up. You could take your breaks a little too long and you would not get written up. You would be, treated really good. But, there was that one time that wasn't so good, but, yeah. So, like I said, there's some things I can say on this all. And I think, even with the way my right knee is going, I hate to say this, even to Menards. I know I cannot go stand on the walkie. I cannot lift a toilet because then basically like rules are we cannot refuse to do a carry out because then they actually could chew you out for it. So I can't really tell a customer I can't lift a toilet because I can't. And it's just like with my shoulder problems, I shouldn't really be lifting 50-pound bags or more of items. So what do? You can't really tell customers that because then, like I said, it comes out as if you're refusing to do carry out. So, like I said, unfortunately, I just don't want cashier anymore after being basically bullied by customers while cashiering and pushing carts at Menards, but I just don't really want to push carts anymore because my right shoulder is bad. I may need surgery on it, or on the bright side, could just need physical therapy on it. My right knee condition is getting a lot worse. I may or may not have fibromyalgia now all of a sudden. And yes, when I'm at work, I can barely walk. Customers are noticing it. They're refusing to let me do carry out for them. And they're demanding a man do the loading for them. Nothing I can do. You know, my hands are tied when a customer does that, you know. I don't want to be scolded or written up by anyone at Menards for this. I'm not retalious or anything or being disobedient, but like I was trained at Walmart, you can't just leave carts in the way or in the alleys, you know, just so you can run and get to a carry out real fast. You gotta drop it off and walk up there, they can wait. That is what a CSM told me once. They can wait 5 or 10 minutes for you to get up here. You know, and that's the thing. What am I supposed to do? You know? I don't want to get written up and fired over because I'm trying to do what I was trained on years ago. But, you know, and like I said, with my shoulder injury, I'm now even having a hard time loading bags of bird feed or bags of salt into people's vehicles, let alone sand. It's all out of my control, though.